The 1969 AMC AMX V8 390 is a two-seater GT-style muscle car powered by a standard high-compression 290 cubic inch or the optional 390 cubic inch AMC V8. It was produced from 1968 to 1970. It appears in Motor City Online as a muscle class car. The Beck Customs F132 is a concept car designed by Aaron Beck in 2009 as part of a concept design submission for Weta Workshop's pre-production phase of Mad Max 4. A 6-speed sequential is used to send power from a Chevrolet NASCAR 5.9-liter V8 engine producing 725 brake horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, and Payback. Unveiled at the 2015 North American International Auto Show, the Buick Avenir concept was a luxury sedan powered by a next-generation V6 engine with direct injection and cylinder deactivation, paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission. Avenir is French for future, reflecting Buick's intention to highlight forward-looking design and technology. It appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 1955 Buick Century Riviera Coupe was equipped with a 5.3-liter V8 engine producing 236 horsepower, making it one of the fastest cars of its time. It featured the iconic sweep spear design, a chrome line that ran along the side of the car, which became a signature Buick design element. The base price of the Century Coupe in 1955 was around $2,523, a significant sum at the time. It appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 1987 Buick Regal GNX, short for Grand National Experimental, had a turbocharged 3.8-liter V6 engine producing 276 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque, capable of 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.7 seconds and achieved a top speed of 124 miles per hour. Impressive for its era. Originally priced at around $29,000, it was significantly more expensive than the standard Grand National. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 2016 Buick Regal ST Gen 5 was produced between November 2016 and late 2017, with a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 producing 250 horsepower and 3.6-liter V6 producing 310 horsepower, paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission. It used an advanced all-wheel drive system with active twin clutch for improved traction. It had 73.5 cubic feet of cargo space with the rear seats folded, making it practical for a sportback. It appears in Need for Speed Edge. First introduced at a 2007 Shanghai Motor Show, the 2013 Buick Riviera concept showcased a plug-in hybrid powertrain, demonstrating Buick's commitment to future electrification. It featured gull-wing doors, a sweep coupe silhouette, and a futuristic interior design with touch-sensitive controls. It introduced advanced driver assistance systems like adaptive cruise control and lane keep assist. It appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 2013 Carbon Motors E7 concept was designed specifically for law enforcement, making it the first purpose-built police vehicle in the US. It featured a 3-liter turbo diesel inline-6 engine from BMW, producing 300 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. The E7 was equipped with built-in ballistic protection, a reinforced chassis, and advanced crash protection systems, emphasizing officer safety. It had integrated surveillance, a 360-degree external audio and video system, and an advanced biometric recognition system for suspect identification. Carbon Motors declared bankruptcy in 2013. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010 and Most Wanted 2012. The Cadillac CT5V Blackwing is equipped with a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 668 horsepower and 893 Nm of torque. This makes it the most powerful Cadillac ever produced, enabling a 0 to 60 mph time of 3.7 seconds. The CT5V offers a 6-speed manual transmission as standard, with a 10-speed automatic available as an option. The Blackwing features magnetic ride control 4.0, performance traction management, and an electronic limited slip differential and a performance data recorder, allowing drivers to capture and analyze their driving performance. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits.
Life is full of unexpected moments.
The 2004 Cadillac CTS Gen 1 was initially offered with a 3.2-liter V6 engine, producing 220 horsepower, later upgraded to a 3.6-liter V6 with 225 horsepower. Available with a GetDrive 5-speed manual transmission with a 0 to 60 mph time of 6.5 seconds. It won the North American Car of the Year award in 2002, highlighting its impact on the luxury sedan market. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, Undercover, The Run, and Edge. The 2006 Cadillac CTS-V Gen 1 was powered by a 5.7-liter LS6 V8 engine producing 400 horsepower and 395 pound-feet of torque. It accelerated from 0 to 60 mph in 4.6 seconds, making it one of the fastest sedans of its time. It featured a Tremec T56 6-speed manual transmission equipped with GM's magnetic ride control, offering adaptive damping for improved handling. It appears in Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, Hot Pursuit, Most Wanted 2012, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2009 Cadillac CTS-V Gen 2 featured a supercharged 6.2-liter LSA V8 engine producing 556 horsepower and 551 pound-feet of torque. It achieved 0 to 60 mph in 3.9 seconds, significantly improving over the first generation. It set a lap time of 7 minutes and 59 seconds at the Nürburgring, making it one of the fastest production sedans on the track. The CTS-V Gen 2 appears in Need for Speed World. Introduced in 1967, the Cadillac Eldorado Gen 4 was one of the first American cars to feature front-wheel drive, providing more interior space and better handling. It was powered by a 7-liter V8 engine producing 340 horsepower. It came with advanced features for its time, including automatic climate control and high-end sound system. The Eldorado appears in Motor City Online. The 2016 Cadillac ELR utilized a plug-in hybrid powertrain with a 1.4-liter gasoline engine and an electric motor producing a combined 233 horsepower and 373 pound-feet of torque. It offered an all-electric range of approximately 39 miles on a full charge. Despite its hybrid nature, it could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.8 seconds. The ELR appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 2015 Cadillac Escalade GMT K2XL was equipped with a 6.2-liter V8 engine producing 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. It included a 16-speaker Bose audio system, a rear seat entertainment system, and heated and cooled seats. It had a towing capacity of 8,300 pounds, making it suitable for heavy-duty towing. It offered 3 rows of seating with ample cargo space. making it a popular choice for large families. It appears in Need for Speed Edge. Launched in 1999, marking Cadillac's entry into the luxury SUV market, Cadillac Escalade GMT 800 was initially powered by a 5.7-liter V8 producing 255 horsepower. Later upgraded to a 6-liter V8, it quickly became a symbol of luxury and success, popular among celebrities and affluent buyers. It helped Cadillac achieve record sales, significantly boosting the brand's popularity and profitability. It appears in Need for Speed Underground 2. Cadillac Series 62 Club Coupe Gen 2 was introduced in 1942, featuring a more streamlined design with a lower, wider stance compared to the first gen. It was powered by a 5.7-liter V8 engine, producing 150 horsepower, and offered advanced features for its time, including power windows, a power-adjustable seat, and a high-quality radio. Its production was interrupted by World War II, with many cars being repurposed for military use. The Series 62 appears in Motor City Online. The 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air Nomad is famous for its distinctive two-door station wagon body style, characterized by a sloping rear roofline and a unique rear tailgate. It featured prominently in American pop culture, symbolizing the post-war prosperity and rise of the suburban lifestyle. The Bel Air Nomad appears in Motor City Online. The 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air Sport Coupe introduced Chevrolet's new motoramic styling with a modern, sleek look that included a wraparound windshield and hooded headlights. It debuted Chevrolet's first small block V8, a 265 cubic inch producing 162 horsepower, with an optional power pack that increased output to 180 horsepower. It appears on the box art of Need for Speed Payback. It also appears in Heat and Unbound. The 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air Sport Coupe 283 V8 Power Pack became an icon of 1950s automotive design and was immortalized in films and music videos. It offered an optional 283 cubic inch V8 with ramjet fuel injection, producing 283 horsepower, making it one of the first mass-produced engines to achieve 1 horsepower per cubic inch. The 1957 Bel Air appears in Motor City Online.
Oh, Bill, it's gorgeous.
And gorgeous is the right word for this Bel Air sports sedan.
The first generation Chevrolet C10 Sidestep was introduced in 1960 as part of the CK series, which featured a revolutionary independent front suspension for improved ride quality and handling. It was initially offered with inline-6 engines and later with V8 options, including the 283 cubic inch V8 producing 160 horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed Heat, Payback, and Unbound. The 1963 Chevrolet C20 Gen 1 was the heavy-duty counterpart to the C10, designed for higher payloads and tougher tasks. It offered a payload capacity of up to 3,500 pounds, making it suitable for commercial and agricultural use. Known for its robust construction and reliability, the C20 became a favorite among farmers and businesses needing a dependable workhorse. It appears in Need for Speed 3, Hot Pursuit, and High Stakes. Introduced in September 1966, the Camaro was Chevrolet's answer to the Ford Mustang. It was available with a wide range of engines from a 230 cubic inch inline-6 to a 396 cubic inch V8, with the most powerful producing up to 375 horsepower. It introduced the RS Rally Sport package, which included hidden headlights and a special trim, and the SS Super Sport package with performance upgrades. It was offered in both coupe and convertible body styles. The 67 Camaro appears in Motor City Online. The Chevrolet Camaro concept was unveiled at the 2006 North American International Auto Show, previewing the 5th Gen Camaro. It is powered by a 6-liter V8 engine producing 400 horsepower and received overwhelmingly positive feedback, leading to Chevrolet's decision to fast-track the production version. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon, Pro Street, and Undercover. The 1967 Chevrolet Camaro RS package included hidden headlights, revised taillights, RS badging, and a unique exterior trim. It could be combined with any of the available engines ranging from the 230 cubic inch inline 6 to the 396 cubic inch V8. It appears in Motor City Online. The 2010 Chevrolet Camaro SS marked the return of the SS badge after an 8-year hiatus. It was powered by a 6.2-liter LS3 V8 engine, producing 426 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque when paired with a 6-speed manual transmission. It achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 4.7 seconds and a top speed of 170 miles per hour or 280 kilometers per hour. It received numerous accolades including the 2010 World Car Design of the Year. It appears in Need for Speed Shift, Hot Pursuit, Edge, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 1967 Chevrolet Camaro SS350 featured a 350 cubic inch V8 engine producing 295 horsepower and included a heavy-duty suspension, dual exhaust, and power front disc brakes. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 1967 Chevrolet Camaro SS396 was powered by a 396 cubic inch V8 engine available in two versions, L35 producing 325 horsepower and L78 producing 375 horsepower. The L78 version could achieve 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds, making it one of the fastest cars of its time. Only a few thousand units were produced with the L78 engine, making it rare and features special SS badging, a blacked-out grille, and upgraded interior trim. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street, Undercover, Nitro, World, The Run, and in the Need for Speed movie. The original 1967 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 was developed to compete in the Trans Am Racing Series, requiring a production version for homologation. It has a high-revving 302 cubic inch V8 engine producing around 290 horsepower, designed for balance and handling rather than sheer power. This meant upgraded suspension, heavy-duty brakes, and a Muncie 4-speed manual transmission. The Camaro Z28 appears in Motor City Online. The 1999 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 featured the new 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine producing 305 horsepower and 335 pound-feet of torque, derived from the Corvette C5. It achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.2 seconds, equipped with a performance-tuned suspension and optional torsion limited slip differential for improved handling. It appears in Need for Speed High Stakes. The 2014 Chevrolet Camaro Z28 was designed as a track-ready car, equipped with a naturally aspirated 7-liter LS7 V8 engine, producing 505 horsepower and 481 pound-feet of torque. It came with Brembo carbon ceramic brakes. It achieved a Nürburgring lap time of 7 minutes and 37 seconds, highlighting its track capabilities. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 2012 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 is powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter LSA V8 engine, producing 580 horsepower and 556 pound-feet of torque. It achieves 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds and a top speed of 184 miles per hour, making it the most powerful production Camaro at the time. It featured magnetic ride control suspension for adjustable damping and came with Brembo 6-piston front and 4-piston rear brakes for improved handling on both road and track. It appears in Need for Speed World, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, Rivals, and Edge. Introduced in 1955, the Chevrolet Cameo Carrier was one of the first pickup trucks to feature smooth, car-like styling with fiberglass bedsides and tailgate that concealed the rear wheel arches. The Cameo's design influenced future Chevrolet pickups and is considered a precursor to the concept of the luxury pickup truck, blending utility with style and comfort. It came standard with a 235 cubic inch Thriftmaster inline-6 engine, producing 123 horsepower with an optional 265 cubic inch V8. The Cameo Carrier appears in Motor City Online. Introduced in 1977, the third-gen Chevrolet Caprice was significantly downsized compared to its predecessor, reducing overall length by 10 inches and weight by 600 pounds to improve fuel economy. It was offered with a range of engines, including a 3.3-liter inline-6, a 5-liter V8, and a 5.7-liter V8, producing up to 170 horsepower. The 1977 Caprice was named Motor Trend's Car of the Year and became the best-selling car in the United States for several years, highlighting its popularity and market impact. The Caprice's combination of durability, performance, and comfort made it a popular choice for police departments and taxi services across North America. It appears in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes.
The new Chevrolet Caprice Coupe with more trunk room, more headroom, and more rear seat leg room. It's as easy on the knees as it is on the eyes.
The 4th-gen Chevrolet Caprice, launched in 1991, featured a completely new aerodynamic design with rounded edges, a curved windshield, and flush-mounted glass, significantly reducing drag. In 1994, the Caprice was offered with a high-performance 5.7L LT1 V8 engine, similar to that used in a Corvette, producing 260 horsepower, making it a favorite among law enforcement and enthusiasts. The 9C1 police package included heavy-duty suspension, brakes, and cooling system, cementing its reputation as a capable and reliable police vehicle. Around 300,000 units were produced from 1991 to 96. It appears in Need for Speed High Stakes. The 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle featured a revised design with a new grille, taillights, and more prominent wheel arches, with the introduction of new safety features including front disc brakes and dual master cylinder brake systems. The 67 Chevelle appears in Motor City Online. The 1970 Chevelle received a significant redesign, featuring a 454 cubic inch LS6 V8, producing a factory-rated 450 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. The LS6 equipped Chevelle could achieve 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.4 seconds and a quarter-mile time of approximately 13.7 seconds. The 70 Chevelle appears in Motor City Online.
Introducing our tough one, the 1970 Chevelle SS396.
The 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 396 package transformed the Chevelle into a high-performance muscle car with a 396 cubic inch V8 available in 3 power levels: 325 horsepower, 350 horsepower, and 375 horsepower. It could achieve 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. The 67 Chevelle SS appears in Motor City Online. The 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454 package offered 2 versions of the 454 cubic inch V8, the LS5 producing 360 horsepower and the LS6 producing 450 horsepower. The LS6 powered Chevelle could achieve 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.4 seconds and run the quarter mile in approximately 13.7 seconds, among the fastest muscle cars of its time. The SS454 included unique badging, a cowl induction hood, and special suspension and brake components to handle the increased power. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed Carbon, Pro Street, Undercover, and World. Introduced in 2005 as a replacement for the Chevrolet Cavalier, the 2006 Chevrolet Cobalt LT was designed as a more refined and modern compact car equipped with a 2.2-liter Ecotec inline-4 engine producing 148 horsepower, offering a balance of performance and fuel efficiency. The Cobalt LT appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Rivals, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2004 Chevrolet Cobalt SS was equipped with a 2-liter supercharged Ecotec engine producing 205 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque, with a sport-tuned suspension, performance exhaust system, and 17-inch alloy wheels, enhancing its handling and driving dynamics. It achieves 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 6.1 seconds and appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 510, Carbon on the City, and Pro Street. The Stage 3 package for the 2006 Cobalt SS was a dealer-installed performance upgrade kit authorized by Chevrolet, significantly boosting performance. The Stage 3 kit increased the output of the supercharged 2-liter Ecotec engine to approximately 250 horsepower, thanks to a new supercharger pulley, larger injectors, and revised engine tuning. It also included upgrades like a high-flow exhaust system, improved intercooling, and a performance air intake. It could now achieve 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 6 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed Shift, World, Shift to Unleashed, and Edge. Introduced in 2017, the second-gen Chevrolet Colorado ZR2 was designed as a highly capable off-road truck with Multimatic DSSV dampers, front and rear electronic locking differentials, and a 2-inch lift. It was offered with a 3.6-liter V6 engine producing 308 horsepower and a 2.8-liter Duramax turbo diesel engine producing 186 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, providing versatile powertrain choices. Built with a reinforced frame and skid plates, It could achieve 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 7 seconds, showcasing strong performance for an off-road truck. The ZR2 received accolades for its off-road prowess and overall capability, including being named the 2018 Four-Wheeler Pickup Truck of the Year. It appears in Need for Speed Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The first-gen Corvette, introduced in 1953, was Chevrolet's entry into the sports car market. Only 300 hand-built units were produced in its initial year, all in polo white with red interiors. The C1 was groundbreaking for its use of a fiberglass body, a first for an American production car, which helped reduce weight and manufacturing costs. Initially equipped with a 150 horsepower Blue Flame inline-6 engine, the Corvette received a V8 engine option in 1955, boosting power to 195 horsepower. The C1 laid the foundation for future Corvette models, establishing the car as an American icon. The 57 Corvette appears in Motor City Online. The 1968 Chevrolet C3 Corvette had the longest production run of any Corvette generation from 1968 to 82, spanning 15 model years. Introduced with the C3, the T-top roof design became a defining feature, offering a semi-convertible experience with removable roof panels. Styled by Larry Shinoda, the C3's design was inspired by the Mako Shark 2 concept car, featuring a long hood, curvaceous fenders, and a tapered rear end. The 79 Corvette set a sales record for the model with 53,807 units sold, reflecting its popularity despite declining performance due to emission standards. It appears in Motor City Online and Need for Speed Nitro. Introduced in 1997, the C5 Corvette was built on an all-new platform with a hydroformed box frame, contributing to improved structural rigidity and reduced weight. The C5 featured the new LS1 V8 engine, producing 345 horsepower and a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of around 4.7 seconds. It used a rear-mounted transaxle layout, which improved weight distribution and handling. The C5's design focused on aerodynamics, achieving a drag coefficient of 0.29, one of the lowest for a production car at the time. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. The Corvette C6, introduced in 2005, was the first Corvette since 1962 to feature exposed headlamps, moving away from the pop-up design used on C3, C4, and C5 models. The C6 debuted with the LS2 6-liter V8 engine, producing 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, offering a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 4.2 seconds. The C6 saw significant improvements on interior quality and comfort over previous gen. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 510, and Pro Street. The Chevrolet Corvette C6R made its racing debut in the 2005 American Le Mans Series, establishing itself as a dominant force in GT racing. Powered by a 7-liter LS7R V8 engine derived from the Z06, producing around 590 horsepower, tailored for endurance racing performance and reliability. The C6R achieved class victories at the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 2005, 2006, and 2009. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted. The 2009 Corvette C6R was adapted to meet GT2 regulations, resulting in changes such as a smaller 5.5-liter V8 engine producing 500 horsepower to comply with the class rules. It continued its success in the American Le Mans Series and other endurance races, securing multiple podium finishes. A roster of skilled drivers including Oliver Gavin and Jan Magnussen contributed to the car's success on the track and its reputation in the racing community, furthering its legacy in motorsport. The Corvette C6R appears in Shift 2 Unleashed. The Corvette C5 convertible was introduced alongside the Coupe in 1998, equipped with the same LS1 V8 engine as the Coupe, producing 345 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of around 5 seconds. The convertible top was fully automated and could be retracted in about 20 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. Introduced in 2010, the C6 Grand Sport revived the historic Grand Sport name. It was unveiled at the 12th annual Corvette Birthday Bash at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It is powered by the LS3 6.2-liter V8 engine, producing 430 horsepower and 424 pound-feet of torque, with an optional dual-mode exhaust system boosting output to 436 horsepower. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.95 seconds and a quarter-mile time of around 12.5 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit and Hot Pursuit Remastered. Introduced in 2017, the C7 Grand Sport combined a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter LT1 V8 engine, producing 460 horsepower with a Z06's wider body. It featured heritage-inspired design elements, paying homage to the original 1963 Grand Sport race cars. It has magnetic ride control, electronic limited slip differential, and Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires, which went 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.6 seconds. The Corvette Grand Sport Kaisil Salim edition appears on the box art for the deluxe edition of Need for Speed Heat. It also appears in Payback and Unbound. The 1963 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray C2 is famous for its split rear window, a unique design feature that was only available in a 1963 model. The C2 featured an independent rear suspension, significantly improving handling and ride quality. Its sharp lines, hidden headlamps, and aggressive stance set a standard for American sports cars. In 1965, Chevrolet introduced the 396 cubic inch big block V8 engine producing 425 horsepower. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, World, Shift, Shift 2 Unleashed, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, No Limits, and Edge. Launched in 2014, the C7 Stingray introduced an all-new platform with an aluminum frame, providing a 57% increase in stiffness compared to the C6. It is powered by the 6.2-liter LT1 V8 engine, producing 455 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 3.8 seconds. The C7 Stingray was well received, earning multiple awards including the 2014 North American Car of the Year award. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals and Edge. Introduced in 2020, the C8 Stingray Z51 features a mid-engine layout for the first time in Corvette history, offering improved weight distribution and handling dynamics. It is powered by a 6.2-liter LT2 V8 engine, producing 490 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, or 495 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque with the optional performance exhaust, achieving 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds. Equipped with an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, it appears in Need for Speed No Limits and Unbound. The 2020 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray convertible Z51 C8 features a retractable hardtop that can be operated at speeds up to 30 miles per hour. Despite the convertible design, the C8 maintains nearly the same performance metrics as the coupe. Designed to maintain aerodynamic efficiency, the convertible features hidden roll bars and a sculpted deck lid, ensuring performance and safety. It appears in Need for Speed Unbound. The 2006 C6 Z06 featured a hand-built 7-liter LS7 V8 engine producing 505 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the most powerful, naturally aspirated engines of its time. It utilized lightweight materials such as aluminum, magnesium, and carbon fiber, resulting in a curb weight of 3,130 pounds, and achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 11.7 seconds. It had a top speed of 198 miles per hour or 320 kilometers per hour. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon, Carbon on the City, Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, World, Hot Pursuit, Shift to Unleashed, Most Wanted 2012, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2013 Z06 marked the final year of the C6 generation, featuring a 7-liter LS7 V8 engine producing 505 horsepower, and was one of the last naturally aspirated Z06 models. It included Michelin Pilot Sport Cup tires, Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, and magnetic selective ride control for enhanced handling. It appears in Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The Z06 was reintroduced in 2001 as a high-performance variant of the C5 Corvette powered by the 5.7-liter LS6 V8 engine, initially producing 385 horsepower and later upgraded to 405 horsepower in 2002. The Z06 featured weight-saving measures such as a titanium exhaust system, thinner glass, and a fixed roof design, resulting in a curb weight of around 3,118 pounds. It achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4 seconds and a quarter-mile time of 12.4 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and Underground Rivals. The C7Z06, introduced in 2015, featured a supercharged 6.2-liter LT4 V8 engine producing 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, achieving 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.95 seconds. It is designed for track use with features like dry sump oil system, a front splitter and rear spoiler, Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, and adjustable aero components with both a 7-speed manual transmission and an 8-speed automatic. The Corvette Z06 C7 appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Corvette C8 Z06 is the first Z06 model to feature a mid-engine layout. This design enhances weight distribution and handling. It is powered by a 5.5-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine with a flat plane crankshaft, which revs up to 8600 RPM, producing 670 horsepower and 623 Newton meters of torque. The car is equipped with the magnetic ride control 4.0 and an adjustable suspension system, allowing drivers to tailor the ride and handling characteristics to their preferences and driving conditions. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. Released in 2011, the Z06 Carbon Limited Edition celebrated the Corvette's success in endurance racing with only 500 units produced. It featured carbon fiber hood, splitter, rockers, and roof panel, reducing weight and powered by the 7-liter LS7 V8 engine, producing 505 horsepower. The Z06 Carbon achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.7 seconds. The Z07 performance package included Brembo carbon ceramic brakes, Michelin Pilot Sport Cup tires, and magnetic selective ride control. It appears in Need for Speed World and The Run. The 2010 Z06R GT3 was a racing version of the C6 Z06 designed for competition in GT Racing Series. Developed in collaboration with Pratt & Miller Engineering, it used a race-tuned version of the 7-liter LS7 engine, producing 590 horsepower tailored for endurance racing. It achieved success in various racing series including multiple class wins in the American Le Mans Series. It appears in Shift 2 Unleashed and Edge. Introduced in 1990, the C4ZR1 was dubbed the King of the Hill, featuring a revolutionary LT5 5.7-liter V8 engine developed in collaboration with Lotus, producing 375 horsepower and later upgraded to 405 horsepower. It achieved 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.5 seconds and a top speed of 186 miles per hour or 299 kilometers per hour. The Corvette ZR1 appears in The Need for Speed. The Corvette C6 ZR1, introduced in 2009, featured a supercharged 6.2-liter LS9 V8 engine producing 638 horsepower and 604 pound-feet of torque, achieving 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds with a top speed of 205 miles per hour or 330 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest production Corvette at the time. Its name is a reference to the 1996 ZR1. It appears in Need for Speed Nitro, World, Hot Pursuit, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. Unveiled at the 2017 Dubai Motor Show, the Corvette C7 ZR1 featured a supercharged 6.2-liter LT5 V8 engine producing 755 horsepower and 715 pound-feet of torque, achieving 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.85 seconds with a top speed of 212 miles per hour, making it the fastest and most powerful production Corvette ever produced at that time. 10 years later, they broke their own record. It is designed with 13 heat exchangers to maintain optimal temperatures during high-performance driving. It appears in Need for Speed Heat and Unbound. The 1970 Chevrolet El Camino was built on the same platform as the Chevelle, sharing many performance parts and options, including the 250 cubic inch inline 6, which produced up to 450 horsepower in the LS6 version. Known for its distinctive combination of a car front end and a pickup truck bed, the 1970 El Camino had a sleek design with a forward-leaning front grille and quad headlights. It appears in Motor City Online.
The all-new, all-beautiful El Camino at your Chevrolet dealers now.
SS variant of the El Camino featured the 396 cubic inch V8 and the 454 cubic inch V8, delivering up to 450 horsepower. It also had upgraded suspension, heavy-duty brakes, and wider tires, providing improved handling and braking. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed World, and The Run. Introduced in 1996, the Chevrolet Express is a full-size van designed for commercial use, offering cargo, passenger, and cutaway models. Powered by a 5.3-liter V8 Vortec 5300 LM7, producing 301 horsepower, it is known for its impressive payload capacity of up to 4,282 pounds and towing capacity of up to 10,000 pounds, making it ideal for heavy-duty applications. It offers seating for up to 15 passengers in the passenger van model. The Chevrolet Express has been in production for over 2 decades with minimal changes, highlighting its reliability and popularity in the commercial vehicle market. The Express appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Heat, and Hot Pursuit Remastered, and finally, in Need for Speed Unbound. The Chevrolet Fleetline Aero Sedan, introduced from 1941 to 48, is known for its distinctive streamlined design, featuring a fastback roofline and smooth aerodynamic curves. After World War II, the Fleetline Aero Sedan became one of Chevrolet's best-selling models. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1948 Chevrolet Fleetmaster 2100 FK was a continuation of pre-war designs with updated styling and features to appeal to post-war consumers. It was equipped with a 3.5-liter inline-six engine producing 90 horsepower, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission. The Fleetmaster is celebrated for its role in the post-war automotive boom, representing a period of growth and prosperity in the American auto industry. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1995 Chevrolet G30 was a part of the Chevrolet van lineup used for various applications including cargo vans, passenger vans, and RV conversions. Produced from 1970 to 96, the G30 had a long production run reflecting its popularity and success in the commercial vehicle market. It appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes. The 1958 Chevrolet Bel Air Impala was introduced as a top-of-the-line model in the Chevrolet lineup, which featured a longer, lower body, quad headlights, and triple tail lights, setting it apart from other models. It used a 4.6-liter V8. The Bel Air Impala appears in Motor City Online. The 1959 Chevrolet Impala underwent a radical redesign featuring a wider lower body, distinctive batwing tail fins, cat's eye tail lights, and a large wraparound rear window. It offered the powerful 4.6-liter V8 producing 185 brake horsepower. The 59 Impala appears in Motor City Online. The 1964 Chevrolet Impala is celebrated for its clean, classic design featuring straight body lines, a distinctive grille, and iconic triple tail lights. The 64 Impala was one of Chevrolet's best-selling models, reflecting its appeal to a wide range of customers seeking style, performance, and comfort. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1964 Impala SS was a high-performance variant powered by a 6.7-liter V8 producing 340 horsepower. The 64 Impala SS appears in Motor City Online. The Chevrolet K1500, part of the GMT 400 platform, was produced from 1988 to 2000. It marked a significant redesign for Chevrolet's full-size pickup trucks, featuring a more modern look. It offered a 4.3-liter V6, 5-liter V8, 5.7-liter V8, or a 6.5-liter turbo diesel V8. The K1500 appears in the Need for Speed as a traffic vehicle. The Chevrolet Model 3100, part of the Advanced Design series, was produced from 1947 to 55. It was Chevrolet's first significant redesign following World War II. It introduced a 5-window cab design, which included corner windows for improved visibility and a more spacious, comfortable cab for the driver. The Advanced Design trucks, including the Model 3100, were the best-selling trucks in the United States every year from 1947 to 55. Highlighting their popularity and commercial success. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1969 Chevrolet Nova was part of the third-gen Nova produced between 1968 to 1974. It offered a variety of engines from the economical 153 cubic inch inline-4 to the 5-liter V8. The Nova was popular in drag racing due to its lightweight body and powerful engine options. The 69 Nova appears in Motor City Online.
There you go. What a cool car. The sound of it too. New dual exhaust sounds awesome.
The 69 Nova Super Sport package included performance upgrades such as heavy-duty suspension, power front disc brakes, and a special hood with simulated air intakes. Powered by the 5.7-liter V8 delivering up to 375 horsepower, the 69 Nova SS appears in Motor City Online. The Chrysler 300C SRT8, introduced in 2005, featured a 6.1-liter Hemi V8 engine producing 425 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 4 seconds. The 300C played a significant role in Chrysler's brand revival in the mid-2000s. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon, Carbon on the City, Undercover, and World. The DeLorean Alpha 5 marks the brand's return as an electric vehicle equipped with a large battery pack, providing an estimated range of over 300 miles on a single charge. Featuring a dual-motor setup with an estimated output of 1,000 horsepower, the Alpha 5 retains iconic gull-wing doors designed from the original DeLorean. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The DMC DeLorean, produced from 1981 to 1983, is famous for its stainless steel body panels and gull-wing doors, making it instantly recognizable. Powered by a rear-mounted 2.85-liter V6 engine producing 130 horsepower, it could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 8.8 seconds. It introduced fiberglass underbody for corrosion resistance, electrically adjustable mirrors, and a digital clock on the dashboard. Despite its short production span and modest performance, the DeLorean gained pop culture status after its appearance as a time machine in Back to the Future film series, becoming an enduring symbol of 1980s nostalgia. Approximately 9,000 DeLoreans were produced in total before the company's bankruptcy in 1982. With about two-thirds reportedly still in existence today, preserved by enthusiasts and collectors, the DeLorean DMC-12, the Hundreds, appears in Need for Speed No Limits. In Need for Speed Unbound, maintaining a consistent speed of 88 miles per hour or 142 kilometers per hour for 3 seconds will generate flaming streaks from the rear tires of the DeLorean, and it is an Easter egg referencing the Back to the Future film series. The Dodge Caliber RT, part of the PM platform, was produced from 2007 to 2012. The Caliber RT appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Rivals, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Heat, Hot Pursuit Remastered, and Unbound. The Dodge Challenger concept was unveiled at the 2006 Detroit Auto Show, marking a revival of the iconic Challenger nameplate after its discontinuation in 1983. Powered by a 6.1-liter Hemi V8 engine producing 425 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, the Challenger concept received overwhelmingly positive feedback from enthusiasts and automotive press. It appears on a box art of Need for Speed Carbon. It also appears in Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, Swift, World, Shift to Unleashed, and Edge. The Dodge Challenger RT 426 Hemi, produced in 1970, was powered by the iconic 426 cubic inch Hemi V8 engine, which produced 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. It could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds, making the Challenger RT, or road track, one of the fastest muscle cars of its time, cementing its place in automotive history as a symbol of American muscle car prowess during the peak of the muscle car era. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift, Shift to Unleashed, The Run, and Edge. The Dodge Challenger RT 440, introduced in 1970, was equipped with the 440 cubic inch Magnum V8 engine, known as the 446 pack, due to its 3 two-barrel carburetors. The 440 engine produced around 375 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon, Pro Street, and Undercover. The 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon is powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 engine, producing an astounding 840 horsepower and 770 pound-feet of torque when using high-octane fuel. It holds the title for the most powerful production V8 engine. It features the first-ever factory production car with front passenger and rear seats deleted to reduce weight, contributing to its 2.3-second 0 to 60 miles per hour time and a quarter-mile time of 9.65 seconds. It includes a trans-brake system which locks the transmission to hold the car in place before launch, and the air grabber hood, the largest functional hood scoop at 45.2 square inches on a production car to improve air intake. Dodge limited production to just 3,300 units, with 3,000 for the United States and 300 for Canada, making the Demon a highly sought-after collectible. The Challenger SRT Demon appears in Need for Speed No Limits. Introduced in 2008, the Dodge Challenger SRT-8 marked the return of the iconic Challenger nameplate after a 25-year hiatus. Powered by a 6.1-liter Hemi V8, delivering 425 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, which enabled it to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.8 seconds. It featured Brembo brakes, a performance-tuned suspension, and 20-inch forged aluminum wheels. It appears in Need for Speed Nitro, The Run, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. Launched in 2011, the Challenger SRT8 392 featured a new 392 cubic inch Hemi V8 engine producing 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. The SRT8 392 could accelerate from 0 to 60 in around 4.2 seconds and complete a quarter mile in about 12.5 seconds. It featured an adaptive damping suspension system with selectable modes allowing drivers to adjust the car's handling characteristics for different driving conditions. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, Rivals, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 1969 Dodge Charger featured the classic Coke bottle styling with a high beltline, recessed grille, and concealed headlights. Its design has become one of the most recognizable in muscle car history. It was available with several powerful engines including the 318 V8, 383 V8, 440 Magnum, and the legendary 426 Hemi V8, which produced 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. The 1969 Charger gained fame from its prominent role in the TV series The Dukes of Hazzard, where a customized orange Charger known as the General Lee performed numerous stunts and chase scenes. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1969 Charger RT featured the high-performance road track package, which included a 440 Magnum V8 engine, heavy-duty suspension, RT badging, and a Bumblebee stripe. It included a Ram Charger hood scoop which directed air into the engine for improved performance, and a standard performance axle with sure grip differential for better traction. It appears on the box art for Need for Speed Nitro. It also appears in Motor City Online, Underground Rivals, Carbon, Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, World, Shift to Unleash, No Limits, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 1970 Dodge Charger RT continued to offer the 440 Magnum V8 and the optional 426 Hemi V8. Additionally, a new 446-pack 3 two-barrel carburetors was introduced. The 1970 model introduced high-back bucket seats and a pistol grip shifter for manual transmissions. This is the Dodge Charger driven by Vin Diesel in The Fast and the Furious. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 and Edge. The 2015 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat LD is powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8 engine producing 707 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque, making it the most powerful production sedan in the world at its launch. The Hellcat could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds and complete a quarter-mile time in 11 seconds with a top speed of 204 miles per hour. It featured the largest front brake system ever offered on a Chrysler Group vehicle with a 15.4-inch Brembo 2-piece rotor and 6-piston caliper. The Hellcat appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2019 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat continued to feature the supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8, now with 717 horsepower, thanks to refinements in the powertrain and cooling systems. It included new features like line lock, which locks the front brakes to allow easy burnouts, and after-run chiller, which keeps cooling the supercharger or air cooler after the engine is shut off. A new wide-body package was introduced, adding 3.5 inches to the car's width, allowing for wider tires and improved handling dynamics on the track. 2019 Hellcat appears in Need for Speed Unbound. The Dodge Charger SRT8 returned in 2006, part of the LX platform, powered by a 6.1-liter Hemi V8 engine, producing 425 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque, marking a significant performance boost for the Charger lineup. The reintroduction of the SRT8 was part of Dodge's strategy to revitalize the Charger nameplate by offering a high-performance variant that combined modern technology with the brand's muscle car heritage, appealing to a new generation of enthusiasts. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon, Undercover, Hot Pursuit, The Run, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2013 Dodge Charger SRT8 Street and Racing Technology LD platform featured a 6.4-liter Hemi V8 engine producing 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. It came with an adaptive damping suspension system, Brembo brakes, 20-inch forged aluminum wheels, and appears in Need for Speed World, Most Wanted 2012, Rivals, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The Dodge Charger SRT8 Super B LX, introduced in 2007, was a special edition model that paid homage to the classic Super B muscle cars from the late 60s and early 70s. It featured unique exterior graphics, a special hood decal, and exclusive Super B badging with embroidered Super B logos and a numbered dash plate. It retained a 6.1-liter Hemi V8 engine. It appears in Need for Speed Undercover, Shift, and World. The 5th generation Dodge Grand Caravan SE, introduced in 2008, featured the innovative stow-and-go seating system, allowing the second and third row seats to fold flat to the floor. This provided 140 cubic feet of cargo space and enhanced versatility for families. The Grand Caravan appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The Dodge Magnum RT, part of the LX platform introduced in 2005, was a revival of the station wagon body style, offering a unique combination of muscle car performance and practical utility. The Magnum RT appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010, The Run, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The Dodge Neon, introduced in 1994, was powered by a 2-liter inline-4 engine available in both SOHC and DOHC configurations, producing up to 150 horsepower. The Neon was marketed with a memorable "Hi" advertising campaign, emphasizing its friendly and approachable design. This campaign helped the Neon stand out in the crowded compact car market. It was sold globally under various brand names, including Chrysler and Plymouth. It appears in Need for Speed Underground 1, Underground 2, and Underground Rivals. The Dodge Ram 1500 Laramie, introduced as part of the DS generation in 2009, was positioned as a luxury pickup truck. It was one of the first trucks to offer an available 4-corner air suspension system. The Ram 1500 appears as a traffic vehicle in Hot Pursuit, The Run, Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The Dodge Viper GTS, introduced in 1996 as part of the second generation SR2, featured an 8-liter V10 engine producing 450 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. This powertrain enabled the GTS to achieve a top speed of 185 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 miles per hour of 4 seconds. It was known for its distinctive double bubble roof, which provided additional headroom for helmeted drivers. Dodge designed the Viper GTS to be a true American supercar. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and Shift 2 Unleashed. The 2014 Dodge SRT Viper GTS VX1 is equipped with an 8.4-liter V10 engine producing 640 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. It went from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.3 seconds. It was unveiled at a Chrysler dealer conference on September 14, 2010 in Orlando, Florida as a prototype Viper. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, Rivals, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 2013 Dodge Viper SRT Viper Time Attack is designed for optimal track performance with upgrades such as Bilstein Damtronic suspension, Brembo brakes, carbon fiber front splitter, rear spoiler, and rear diffuser, and powered by the same 8.4-liter V10 engine as the GTS. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds and has a top speed of over 200 miles per hour or 320 kilometers per hour. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals and Edge. The Dodge Viper RT10 SR1, introduced in 1992, was the first production model of the Viper series. It featured an 8-liter V10 engine producing 400 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. This first-generation Dodge Viper debuted in 91 with 2 pre-production models set to be used as pace cars for the Indianapolis 500. The Viper RT10 appears in the Need for Speed. The Dodge Viper SRT10, introduced in 2003 as part of the ZB1 generation, featured an 8.3-liter V10 engine producing 500 horsepower and 525 pound-feet of torque. This power boost allowed the SRT10 to achieve a top speed of 190 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 3.8 seconds. The SRT10 used a revised suspension system, larger brakes, and wider tires. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street, and Undercover. The Dodge Viper SRT10 ZB2, introduced in 2008, saw the engine displacement increase to 8.4 liter, boosting power to 600 horsepower and 560 pound-feet of torque. This enabled a top speed of 202 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of just 3.5 seconds. The braking system was upgraded with a larger, more efficient Brembo brakes. It appears in Need for Speed Undercover, Shift, World, Hot Pursuit, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2010 Dodge Viper SRT10 ACR, or American Club Racer, used the same 8.4-liter V10 engine as the standard SRT10, but had a massive rear wing, front splitter, and dive planes. These components generated up to 1,000 pounds of downforce, improving high-speed stability and cornering grip. A 2010 Viper SRT10 ACR lapped the Nordschleife course of the Nürburgring with a time of 7 minutes and 12 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The Dodge Viper SRT10 ACR-X is engineered for track performance powered by an 8.4-liter V10 engine that produces 640 horsepower and 820 Nm of torque. Only 50 units of the ACR-X were produced with a price of $110,000 US. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Dodge Viper SRT10 Final Edition, introduced in 2010, marked the end of the ZB2 generation with a limited production run of only 50 units. Each car was individually numbered and featured an exclusive graphite clear coat exterior color with black and red accents and 6-spoke alloy wheels. The interior included custom red accent stitching and Final Edition badges. It retained the 8.4-liter V10 engine, maintaining the same high-performance capabilities as other ZB2 models. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 1997 Eagle Talon was part of the DSM or Diamond Star Motors joint venture between Chrysler and Mitsubishi. Introduced in 1989, the Talon was based on the Mitsubishi Eclipse and the Plymouth Laser, sharing many components and engineering designs. The Talon TSI featured a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine producing up to 210 horsepower. This made it one of the most powerful and affordable sports scoopes of its time, with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of around 6 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes. The Ford Capri RS3100 GR4 was developed for Group 4 racing in the early 1970s, powered by a 3.1-liter V6 engine producing around 310 horsepower. The car was equipped with a front air dam, rear spoiler and widened fenders to improve aerodynamics and accommodate wider racing tires, enhancing grip and stability at high speeds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Edge. The Ford Crestline Sunliner Coupe, produced from 1952 to 1954, featured a design that reflected the optimism of the post-war era, with sleek lines, chrome accents, and a convertible roof that epitomized 1950s American automotive style. It was powered by a 3.9-liter flathead V8 engine producing 110 horsepower. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1995 Ford Crown Victoria, part of the second generation of this model, was powered by a 4.6-liter modular V8 engine producing 210 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque. The car's body-on-frame construction provided a strong and durable chassis, making it suitable for heavy-duty use and easy to repair. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit and High Stakes. Ford continued to refine the Crown Victoria to maintain its dominance in the fleet market by offering specific packages like the P71 for police and maintaining a balance of performance, safety, and practicality. Ford ensured the Crown Victoria remained a top choice for fleets. Besides police use, the Crown Victoria was popular in taxi fleets due to its spacious interior, large trunk, and low maintenance costs, making it a versatile workhorse. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and in the Need for Speed film. The 2008 model year was one of the last for the Ford Crown Victoria, as production officially ended in 2011. The 2008 Crown Victoria continued the use of the 4.6-liter modular V8 engine, producing 239 horsepower and 287 pound-feet of torque. This model featured flex fuel capability, allowing it to run on E85 ethanol. Despite declining civilian sales, the Crown Victoria remained popular in police and taxi fleets due to its durability, low maintenance costs, and familiarity among fleet managers. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, Hot Pursuit Remastered, Unbound, and in the Need for Speed film. The Ford Deluxe Coupe, produced from 1937 to 1940, is a pre-war classic known for its distinctive grille, rounded fenders, and a sleek silhouette that captured the Art Deco design ethos. It was powered by a 3.6-liter flathead V8 engine producing 85 horsepower. It introduced an innovative transverse leaf spring front suspension, which improved ride quality and handling compared to earlier models. The Deluxe Coupe appears in Motor City Online. The 1971 Ford Escort Mk1 RS 1600 became a rally legend, known for its success in international rallying events. It was powered by a 1.6-liter BDA engine, producing around 120 horsepower, equipped with a wide track and distinctive flared wheel arches to accommodate wider tires, enhancing its grip and stability on rough rally stages. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift to Unleashed, and Edge. The Ford Escort RS Cosworth, produced from 1992 to 96, was powered by a turbocharged 2-liter inline-4 engine producing 224 horsepower and 224 pound-feet of torque, enabling a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 5.7 seconds. The Escort RS Cosworth was homologated for Group A rallying and World Rally Championship, continuing Ford's legacy of rally dominance. Unlike many of its predecessors, the RS Cosworth featured an all-wheel drive system providing exceptional traction and handling, especially in rally conditions. It appears in Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, Nitro, World, and Shift to Unleashed. The Ford Explorer Limited, part of the third generation from 2002 to 2005, offered a 4.6-liter V8 engine producing 239 horsepower and 282 pound-feet of torque. It can accommodate up to 7 passengers. The Explorer appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Rivals, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, and Unbound. The 2008 Ford Explorer Sport Track Adrenaline was designed as a sporty utility truck combining the versatility of an SUV with the practicality of a pickup truck equipped with a 4.6-liter V8 engine producing 292 horsepower and 315 pound-feet of torque, and a towing capacity of up to 6,800 pounds. It appears in Need for Speed Nitro. The second generation Ford F100, produced from 1953 to 56, featured a redesigned body for future generations of Ford trucks. In 1954, the F100 introduced the Y-block V8 engine, a 3.9-liter unit producing 130 horsepower. It appears in Motor City Online. The 12th generation Ford F-150, produced from 2009 to 2014, continued to be the best-selling vehicle in the United States during this period, reflecting its broad appeal and strong reputation for its reliability and performance. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 engine produced 365 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. It introduced the Sync infotainment system with MyFord Touch voice-activated driver controls, integrated trailer brake controller, and a rear-view camera. The F-150 appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 2011 Ford F-150 SVT Raptor was designed specifically for high-performance off-roading, featuring a reinforced frame, long travel suspension, and Fox racing shocks. With a 5.4-liter V8 or 6.2-liter V8 engine producing 411 horsepower and 434 pound-feet of torque. It appears in Need for Speed World, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, and Rivals. The 13th generation Ford F-150 SVT Raptor, introduced in 2017, featured an aluminum alloy body reducing weight by 500 pounds, improving performance and fuel efficiency. It was equipped with a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged EcoBoost V6 engine, producing 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque, and a new 10-speed automatic transmission. It introduced a terrain management system with multiple driving modes including normal, sport, weather, mud, sand, baja, and rock crawl, allowing drivers to optimize performance based on terrain conditions. It appears in Need for Speed Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The second generation Ford Fairlane 500, produced from 1957 to 1959, featured design cues from the Ford Thunderbird, including a squared-off roofline and prominent tail fins, reflecting the era's fascination with jet-age styling. The Fairlane 500 appears in Motor City Online. The Ford Fairlane 500 Sunliner, produced in the 1950s and early 60s, features classic American styling with a distinctive chrome grille, large tail fins, and a convertible top. It was offered with a V8 that provided strong performance for its time. It appears in Need for Speed Mobile. The 1996 Ford Falcon EL featured a facelifted design with new headlights, grille, and bumper. The EL Falcon offered a 4-liter inline-6 engine producing 210 horsepower and the high-performance XR6 variant with a 220 horsepower output. The Falcon appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit as a police vehicle. The 1997 Ford Falcon GT EL was powered by a 5-liter Windsor V8 engine producing 268 horsepower and 420 Nm of torque. Ford Australia aimed to create a halo car with the EL Falcon GT, with only 250 units produced. It appears in Need for Speed 3. The Ford Falcon GT Coupe XB Gen 3, produced from 1973 to 76, gained international fame as the pursuit special driven by Mel Gibson in the Mad Max films. It was powered by a 351 cubic inch Cleveland V8 engine producing 300 horsepower. It had racing victories in the Australian Touring Car Championship and Bathurst 100. The Falcon XB appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Ford Falcon XR8 AUI, produced from 1998 to 2000, was part of the AU Falcon series, powered by a 5-liter Windsor V8 engine producing 248 horsepower. Ford Australia aimed to address the criticisms of the AU Falcon's styling by enhancing the performance and visual appeal of the XR8 variant. It appears in the Australian box art of Need for Speed High Stakes. The 6th generation Ford Fiesta SD, introduced in 2013, was powered by a 1.6-liter EcoBoost turbocharged inline-4 engine, producing 197 horsepower and 214 pound-feet of torque, enabling a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 6.7 seconds. The unique Ford Fiesta SD Ken block appears in Need for Speed No Limits. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 and Edge. The 2nd generation Ford Focus RS, produced from 2009 to 2010, was equipped with a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-5 engine, producing 305 horsepower. It featured a unique revo-knuckle front suspension system designed to reduce torque steer and improve handling during aggressive acceleration. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift to Unleashed, and The Run. The 3rd generation 2016 Ford Focus RS featured a sophisticated all-wheel drive system with dynamic torque vectoring, providing exceptional grip and handling. Powered by a 2.3-liter EcoBoost inline-4 engine, producing 350 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, achieving a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 4.7 seconds and a top speed of 165 miles per hour or 266 kilometers per hour. It introduced a unique drift mode, allowing drivers to initiate controlled oversteer for more dynamic driving experience. It appears in Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 2010 Ford Focus RS 500 Gen 2 was a limited edition model with only 500 units produced. It used an upgraded version of the 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-5 engine, producing 350 horsepower and 340 pound-feet of torque, thanks to a larger intercooler, revised software, and a larger air intake. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, and Edge. The 2nd generation Ford Focus ST, produced from 2006 to 2010, was powered by a 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-5 engine, producing 225 horsepower and 236 pound-feet of torque, while the ST's interior included Recaro sport seats, a sports steering wheel, and ST-specific trim. It appears in Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, Shift to Unleashed, and Edge. Ford aimed to build on the success of the previous Focus ST by incorporating advanced technology and a powerful 2-liter EcoBoost inline-4 engine, producing 252 horsepower and 270 pound-feet of torque in the 3rd generation Ford Focus ST. The result was a hot hatch that delivered exhilarating performance and everyday practicality, appealing to a wide range of driving enthusiasts. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 and Edge. The 1st generation Ford Focus ZX3, introduced in 1999, was built on Ford's new Global C1 platform. It was powered by a 2-liter Z-Tech inline-4 engine, producing 130 horsepower with a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of around 8.5 seconds. The Focus ZX3 was equipped with advanced safety features for its time, including dual front airbags, side impact protection, and ABS, earning it high in safety ratings. It appears in Need for Speed Underground 1, Underground 2, and Underground Rivals. The second generation Ford Galaxy 500, produced from 1960 to 1964, was integral to Ford's Total Performance program, leading to notable success in NASCAR. The 1963 Galaxy 500 with a 7-liter V8 engine produced up to 425 horsepower and was a dominant force in racing. It appears in Motor City Online. The first generation Ford GT was introduced in 2004 to commemorate Ford's 100th anniversary. It was inspired by the legendary GT40 race car that won the 24 Hours of Le Mans 4 times in the 1960s. The GT featured a 5.4-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 550 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds and had a top speed of 205 miles per hour or 330 kilometers per hour. 4,038 units of the first generation Ford GT were meticulously hand-built at Ford's Wixom assembly plant between 2004 and 2006. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, Carbon on the City, Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, Nitro, World, Hot Pursuit, Shift 2 Unleashed, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, Rivals, No Limits, Edge, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The second generation Ford GT, introduced in 2017, is powered by 3.5-liter EcoBoost twin-turbo V6 engine, producing 647 horsepower and 550 pound-feet of torque. It marked Ford's return to the Le Mans in 2016, where it secured a class victory 50 years after the original GT40's first win. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits, Payback, Heat, and Unbound.
When you sit in a car, 49 seconds was the time you set last week.
The GT40 project was initiated by Henry Ford II after a failed attempt to buy Ferrari. The Ford GT40, produced from 1964 to 69, is renowned for its 4 consecutive overall victories at the 24 Hours of Le Mans from 1966 to 1969. This achievement ended Ferrari's dominance in the race. The GT40 Mark I initially featured a 4.7-liter V8 engine, while the Mark II and later versions used a more powerful 7-liter V8. The Mark IV introduced an aluminum honeycomb chassis for improved rigidity and weight savings. Carroll Shelby played a crucial role in developing and refining the GT40, particularly the Mk2 version. His expertise in performance tuning and racing strategy was instrumental in the car's success. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Edge. The Ford GT90 was a concept car unveiled at a 1995 Detroit Auto Show. It was built by a small team in under 6 months using many components from other companies owned by Ford at the time. The GT90 was powered by a 6-liter quad-turbocharged V12 engine, producing 720 horsepower and 660 pound-feet of torque. This engine was essentially 2 Lincoln V8s combined and equipped with 4 turbochargers. The GT90 appears in Need for Speed 2. The Ford Indigo was unveiled as a concept car at the 1996 North American International Auto Show. It was designed as a single-seat open-wheel roadster inspired by IndyCar racing. It featured a 6-liter V12 engine producing 435 horsepower. This engine was derived from Ford's 3-liter V6 used in the Taurus SHO. Essentially, two V6 engines combined. The Indigo appears in Need for Speed 2. The Ford Lotus Cortina was the result of a collaboration between Ford and Lotus, produced from 1963 to 1970. It combined the body of the Ford Cortina with the engine and suspension developed by Lotus, powered by a 1.6-liter twin-cam inline-4 engine, producing 105 horsepower. This engine was based on the Ford Kent engine but extensively modified by Lotus. It achieved significant success in motorsport, winning the British Saloon Car Championship in 1964 and numerous other races. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Edge. The Ford Model 18, produced in 1932, was the first car to feature Ford's flathead V8 engine, producing 65 horsepower. It was priced at around $495 US. The introduction of a flathead V8 engine in the Model 18 marked a significant milestone for Ford. It demonstrated Henry Ford's vision of providing powerful, reliable, and affordable vehicles to the masses, solidifying Ford's position as a leader in the automotive industry. It appears in Motor City Online, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, and Payback. The first generation Ford Mustang Boss 302, produced from 1969 and 1970, was designed to compete in the Trans Am Racing Series. The 302 cubic inch V8 engine produced 290 horsepower. It appears in Motor City Online, World, The Run, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 5th gen Ford Mustang Boss 302, produced from 2012 to 2013, was a modern revival of the original. It featured a 5-liter V8 engine producing 444 horsepower and 380 pound-feet of torque, with a 7500 RPM redline. It appears in Need for Speed World, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, and Edge. The first generation Ford Mustang Boss 429, produced in 1969, was created to homologate Ford's 429 cubic inch V8 engine for NASCAR racing. Each car was sent to Carcraft, who modified the engine bay to fit the massive 429 engine and installed a unique suspension setup. The Boss 429 was part of Ford's total performance strategy aimed at establishing the brand's dominance in motorsport. It appears in Motor City Online. The first generation Ford Mustang convertible was introduced in 1964 alongside the coupe and fastback models. It offered several engine options, including a 2.8-liter inline-6, a 4.3-liter V8, and later a 4.7-liter engine. In its first year, Ford sold over 22,000 convertible Mustangs, becoming an icon of the 60s. Featuring in numerous movies, TV shows, and advertisements. It appears in Need for Speed 3 as a traffic car. The first generation Ford Mustang Coupe was launched in 1964, marking the beginning of the Mustang legacy. The pony car styling became a hallmark of the Mustang and influenced many subsequent models. The Mustang Coupe offered a base 2.8-liter inline-six or the high-performance 4.7-liter V8. The Mustang Coupe was an immediate success, with over 121,000 units sold in its first year. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, and Unbound. The 2024 Ford Mustang Dark Horse S650 is designed to be the most track-capable 5-liter V8 Mustang ever. It features a specially tuned Coyote V8 engine producing over 500 horsepower, equipped with advanced suspension and braking systems, including Magnerite dampers, Brembo brakes, and a torsion-limited slip differential. It appears in Need for Speed Unbound. The 1970 Ford Mustang Fastback was available with a variety of engines including the 5.8-liter V8 and the 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine producing 250 horsepower. Its fastback roofline gave it a distinctive and dynamic look. The 1970 Mustang Fastback appears in Motor City Online. The first generation Ford Mustang Fastback was introduced in 1965. It was powered by a 4.7-liter V8, and it quickly became a favorite among enthusiasts and collectors, with over 559,000 units sold in 1965 alone. The Mustang Fastback is well known for its appearance in the 1968 film Bullitt, starring Steve McQueen. It appears in Need for Speed Underground Rivals, Carbon on the City, and Undercover. The third generation Ford Mustang GT, produced from 1979 to 1993, was built on the Fox body platform, which provided a lightweight and versatile foundation for the Mustang's design and performance. It featured the legendary 5-liter V8 engine, producing 225 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque. It appears in Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 4th Gen Ford Mustang GT, produced from 1994 to 2004, was built on the SN95 platform, which introduced a new 4.6-liter modular V8 engine that produced 260 horsepower and 302 pound-feet of torque. In 1999, the Mustang GT received a significant redesign known as the New Edge facelift. This update included sharper body lines, revised headlights, and a more aggressive front fascia. It appears in Need for Speed Pro Street. The 2005 5th Gen Ford Mustang GT featured a retro-inspired design that paid homage to the classic Mustangs of the 1960s. It was powered by a 4.6-liter modular V8 engine, producing 300 horsepower and 320 pound-feet of torque. It was built on the all-new D2C platform, which featured a more rigid chassis and improved suspension design. It appears in Need for Speed Underground 2, Most Wanted 510, Carbon, Carbon on the City, Pro Street, and Undercover. The 2014 Ford Mustang GT marked the 50th anniversary of the Mustang. It featured the 5-liter Coyote V8 engine producing 420 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. It appears in the Need for Speed movie as the hero car driven by Aaron Paul. It also appears in Need for Speed Rivals and Edge. The 6th generation Ford Mustang GT, introduced in 2015, was built on a new S550 platform designed to meet global safety and performance standards, allowing Ford to sell the Mustang in international markets for the first time. The 5-liter Coyote V8 engine was further refined, producing up to 460 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. This engine used dual-fuel injection and a higher redline for improved performance. For the first time in its history, the Mustang GT featured an independent rear suspension system, which significantly improved the car's handling and overall driving dynamics. It also included the Sync 3 infotainment system, adaptive cruise control, and a customizable digital instrument cluster. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals, No Limits, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Edge, Heat, Unbound, and in the Need for Speed movie. The 6th gen Ford Mustang GT convertible was the first Mustang generation offered in right-hand drive option with worldwide engine options including a 5-liter Coyote V8 and a 3.7-liter Cyclone V6 or a 2.7-liter turbocharged inline-4 EcoBoost. The 2019 Mustang GT convertible appears in Need for Speed Unbound. The Ford Mustang Unicorn RTR was developed in collaboration with professional rally driver Ken Block and his company Hoonigan. It was designed for Ken Block's Gymkhana 7 debut, revealed at SEMA 2014. It is powered by a custom-built 6.7-liter twin-turbo V8 engine, producing over 1,400 horsepower. Unlike traditional Mustang, the Unicorn RTR features an all-wheel drive system. Its chassis and suspension were heavily modified to handle the extreme demands of Gymkhana driving. It appears in Need for Speed 2015 and No Limits. The first generation Ford Mustang Mach 1, introduced in 1969, was designed as a high-performance variant of the Mustang. It featured the 428 Cobra Jet V8, producing up to 355 horsepower. The Ford Mustang Mach 1 appears in Motor City Online. The Ford Mustang Mach 1 Cobra Jet was equipped with a 7-liter V8 engine capable of producing 335 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. A distinctive feature of the Cobra Jet was its functional shaker hood scoop, which allowed cool air to enter the engine, improving performance and giving the car an aggressive look. It appears in Motor City Online. The Ford Mustang Mach 3 was a concept car unveiled at the 1993 North American International Auto Show. It was powered by a 4.6-liter twin-turbocharged V6 engine, producing 450 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. This engine was a significant departure from the traditional V8 engines used in production Mustangs. The Mustang Mach 3 appears in Need for Speed 2. The Ford Mustang Mach-E GT is an all-electric SUV with 480 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque, enabling it to go 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds. It offers a range of up to 270 miles or 434 kilometers on a single charge. It appears in Need for Speed Mobile. The 2011 Ford Mustang RTR Ready to Rock was developed in collaboration with professional drifter Vaughn Gittin Jr. The RTR package included a Ford racing suspension system, RTR-specific 19-inch wheels, Nitto tires, and a cold air intake. It appears in Need for Speed The Run. The Ford Mustang RTR X made its debut at the 2010 SEMA show in Las Vegas. It was a project car designed by Vaughn Gittin Jr. and built in collaboration with Need for Speed. It was based on a 1969 Mustang Fastback but featured a Boss 302 V8 engine with individual throttle bodies producing 500 horsepower. The car's exterior featured a distinctive matte black and lime green color scheme, wide body fender flares, and RTR-specific wheels. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift 2 Unleashed, The Run, and Edge. The Ford Mustang SSP Special Service Package was developed specifically for law enforcement use. It was produced from 1982 to 1993 and was based on the Fox Body Mustang platform. It was equipped with 5-liter V8 engine producing 225 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque, reaching top speeds of over 140 miles per hour, making it suitable for high-speed pursuits. The Mustang SP was used by numerous law enforcement agencies across the United States, including the California Highway Patrol and the Texas Department of Public Safety. The Mustang SSP appears in the Need for Speed as a police vehicle. The 2000 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra R Gen 4 was powered by a 5.4-liter DOHC V8 engine, producing 385 horsepower and 385 pound-feet of torque, with only 300 units built. It was sold without back seats or AC for weight saving. It appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 and Underground Rivals. The 2010 Ford Police Interceptor sedan concept is a concept car produced by the Ford Motor Company based on the Taurus platform. It is powered by the same 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 that powers the Taurus SHO and has an all-wheel drive layout. It appears as a police vehicle in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit, The Run, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2011 Ford Police Interceptor utility concept is a police vehicle manufactured by Ford based on the Ford Explorer. It is powered by a 3.7-liter V6 engine and has an all-wheel drive layout. It appears as a police vehicle in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, No Limits, Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The first generation Ford Probe was developed as a joint venture between Ford and Mazda between 1989 to 1992. It offered two engine options, a 2.2-liter inline-4 producing 110 horsepower and a turbocharged 2.2-liter inline-4 producing 145 horsepower. It had a drag coefficient of 0.32, which was impressive for its time. The Probe appears in the Need for Speed as a traffic vehicle.
Vice City.
The Ford Ranchero was the first car-based pickup truck in the American market, debuting in 1957. It was based on a full-size Ford Fairlane platform. It offered several engine options including a 3.7-liter inline-6 engine, producing 144 horsepower, and a 5.1-liter V8 engine producing up to 245 horsepower. The Ranchero appears in Motor City Online. The 1967 Shelby GT500, developed by Carroll Shelby, was based on a Ford Mustang and featured significant performance upgrades powered by a 7-liter Police Interceptor V8 engine, producing 355 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. It gained widespread fame through its appearance in movies and television shows, most notably in the film Gone in 60 Seconds, driven by Nick Cage. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon, Pro Street, Undercover, Shift, Nitro, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Most Wanted 2012. The Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe, designed by Peter Brock in 1964, was powered by a 4.7-liter V8 engine producing around 385 horsepower. The Daytona Coupe earned many victories in its racing career, including winning the GT class at the 1964 24 Hours of Le Mans and 24 Hours of Daytona. In '65, it won at the 24 Hours of Le Mans again and the FIA World Sports Car Championship for GT cars, marking a major victory for American motorsport. It appears in Need for Speed World, Shift 2 Unleashed, The Run, No Limits, and Edge. The Shelby GT500 S550 is powered by a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 engine that produces a staggering 760 horsepower. This makes it the most powerful production Mustang ever built. The GT500 can go 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds and reach a top speed of 180 miles per hour or 289 kilometers per hour. It is equipped with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, performance-tuned suspension, Brembo brakes, and Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. It appears in Need for Speed Mobile. The 1965 Shelby Cobra 427 is one of the most iconic American muscle cars. It was developed by Carroll Shelby by fitting a 427 cubic inch Ford V8 engine into the lightweight AC Cobra chassis. The engine produced around 425 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque. The Cobra semi-competition also competed in various racing events including the SCCA, Sports Car Club of America races. The Cobra's combination of American muscle has made it a legend in automotive history, and it remains a symbol of automotive excellence and innovation. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed World, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Most Wanted 2012. The 2007 to 2009 Ford Shelby GT500 S1971 used a supercharged 5.4-liter V8 engine producing 500 horsepower and 480 pound-feet of torque, accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.5 seconds, and had a top speed of 155 miles per hour. It also featured a Tremec TR 6060 6-speed manual gearbox equipped with Brembo brakes and a performance-tuned suspension. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon and Pro Street. The 2010 Shelby GT500 featured an upgraded 5.4-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 540 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. It earned an EPA rating of 15 miles per gallon city and 23 miles per gallon highway. It appears in Need for Speed Shift, Nitro, Hot Pursuit, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. First unveiled at a 2011 Los Angeles Auto Show, the 2013 Shelby GT500 was equipped with a 5.8-liter supercharged V8 engine producing a record-breaking 662 horsepower and 631 pound-feet of torque. This made it the most powerful version V8 engine in the world at the time. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds and achieved a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals, No Limits, and Edge. The 2020 Ford Shelby GT500 is equipped with a supercharged 5.2-liter V8 engine producing 760 horsepower and 625 pound-feet of torque, making it the most powerful Ford production car ever made. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds and can cover the quarter mile in under 11 seconds. It features a 7-speed Tremec dual-clutch transmission, which is a first for a Mustang. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2010 Shelby GT500 Super Snake was an even more powerful version of the GT500. It featured a supercharged 5.4-liter V8 engine producing up to 750 horsepower. Production of the Super Snake was limited, with each car being hand-built at Shelby American in Las Vegas. For Need for Speed The Run, the Need for Speed Edition Shelby GT500 Super Snake was recreated by Shelby in real life. It appears in Need for Speed World, Hot Pursuit, The Run, and Hot Pursuit Remastered. The 2008 GT500 KR, short for King of the Road, was a special edition of the GT500, celebrating the 40th anniversary of the original GT500 KR. It featured a 5.4-liter supercharged V8 engine producing 540 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque. It was featured as the KIT or Knight Industries 3000 in the 2008 Knight Rider television series and television movie. The GT500 KR appears in Need for Speed Undercover. The Terlingua Mustang pays homage to the Terlingua racing team, which was founded by Carroll Shelby and Bill Neal in the 1960s. The modern Terlingua Mustang is based on the Ford Mustang GT and features a supercharged 5-liter V8 engine producing over 750 horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed Undercover, Shift, World, Shift 2 Unleashed, and Edge. The Ford Thunderbird was unveiled at the 1954 Detroit Auto Show and came with a 292 cubic inch Y-block V8 engine producing 198 horsepower. In its first year, Ford sold over 16,000 units of the Thunderbird, significantly more than the Chevrolet Corvette, which sold only 700 units in the same period. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1957 Thunderbird offered a 5.1-liter V8 with up to 300 horsepower in the F-Code model, which featured a Paxton-McCulloch supercharger. Ford produced 21,380 units of the 1957 Thunderbird, marking the final year of the original two-seat design. It appears in Motor City Online. The third-gen Ford Thunderbird, produced from 1961 to 63, is often referred to as the Bullet Bird due to its sleek, bullet-like profile. It came with a 6.4-liter V8 engine producing 300 horsepower. The Bullet Bird was a sales success for Ford, with over 214,000 units sold during its 3-year production run. This popularity was driven by its unique styling, luxurious features, and strong performance. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1969 Ford Torino GT Cobra was known for the 428 Cobra Jet V8 engine, which produced 335 horsepower. It often competed in NHRA events, earning a reputation as a formidable performer on the strip. It appears in Motor City Online. In 1969, Ford produced over 129,000 Torino GTs as the combination of style, performance, and affordability appealed to a wide range of buyers, and it came with several engine options, the most powerful being the 428 Cobra Jet V8. The Torino GT Fastback was used in NASCAR racing during the late 1960s. It appears in Motor City Online and is driven by Aaron Paul in a Need for Speed movie. The 1999 Ford TS50 was a high-performance version of the Ford Falcon produced by Ford Australia. It was part of the TS series or Tickford series, a collaboration between Ford and Tickford Vehicle Engineering. It featured a 5.6-liter V8 engine unique to the Australian market, producing 335 horsepower. The TS50 appears in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2. The 1934 Ford V8 Model 40, also known as the Ford Model B, was equipped with Ford's flathead 3.6-liter V8 engine, which produced 65 horsepower. Henry Ford aimed to make V8 power accessible to the masses. The Model 40 was the first affordable car with a V8 engine, revolutionizing the automotive market and setting a new standard for performance. It appears in Motor City Online.
Synchronous gears.
The GMC B series was in production for several decades, from the 1960s until the early 2000s. Known for its reliability and durability, it was widely adopted by school districts across North America. Its long production run is a testament to its success and popularity in the school transportation market. It appears as a traffic vehicle in the Need for Speed 2, 3, and High Stakes. The GMC Top Kick is a medium-duty truck that was produced from 1980 to 2009. It was available in various configurations including cab, pickup truck, and dump truck, making it versatile for different commercial uses in construction, delivery, and municipal services. It appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2010, The Run, Most Wanted 2012, Need for Speed 2015, Payback, Heat, Hot Pursuit Remastered, and Unbound. The GMC Vendura gained cultural significance through its appearance in popular media, most notably as the vehicle of choice for the A-Team in the 1980s television series. The Vendura was produced from 1964 to 96, indicating its long-lasting popularity and reliability. It appears in the Need for Speed as a traffic vehicle. Introduced in 1999, the GMC Yukon Denali is the luxury version of the standard Yukon. The current model comes with a 6.2-liter V8 engine producing 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. It appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed Heat and Unbound. The 2011 Hennessy Venom GT set a Guinness World Record for the fastest production car to accelerate from 0 to 300 km per hour or 0 to 186 miles per hour, achieving it in just 13.63 seconds. The Venom GT is powered by a 6.2-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine producing 1200 horsepower and 1155 pound-feet of torque, which enables the car to reach a top speed of over 270 miles per hour. The Venom GT is built on a heavily modified Lotus Exige chassis with only 29 units produced. The Venom GT appears in Need for Speed The Run. The 2012 Hennessy Venom GT received an upgraded engine producing 1,244 horsepower, allowing it to reach a top speed of 270.49 miles per hour or 435 kilometers per hour. In 2012, it made several high-speed runs where it set a world record for 0 to 300 kilometers per hour and 0 to 200 miles per hour acceleration run. It appears in Need for Speed Rivals, No Limits, and Edge. The 2012 Hennessy Venom GT Spider set a world speed record for the fastest convertible, reaching a top speed of 265.6 miles per hour or 427 kilometers per hour in 2016. The Spider is powered by the same 7-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine. Despite the additional structural reinforcements required for a convertible, it has a curb weight of 2,743 pounds or 1,200 kilograms, thanks to the extensive use of carbon fiber. Only 6 units of the Venom GT Spider were produced. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012. The Hennessy Exorcist is a heavily modified Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, tuned to produce a staggering 1,000 horsepower and 883 pound-feet of torque. It features a larger supercharger, upgraded camshaft, high-flow air induction system, and a custom engine tune. It is capable of running the quarter-mile in under 10 seconds. Hennessy plans to produce only 100 units of the Exorcist. Despite the extensive modifications, it comes with a 2-year or 24,000-mile warranty. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The Hennessy Venom F5 is named after the highest rating on the Fujita scale for tornadoes, with wind speeds as high as 318 miles per hour or 512 kilometers per hour, symbolizing its extreme performance. It aims to surpass the 300 miles per hour mark and is powered by a 6.6-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine, producing 1,817 horsepower and 1,193 pound-feet of torque. The F5's design has an active rear wing and a low drag coefficient of 0.33. Hennessy plans to produce only 24 units of the Venom F5. The price of the car in the United States was initially $1.6 million, but later increased to $2.1 million for the remaining 12 units. It appears in Need for Speed No Limits. The 2006 Hummer H1 Alpha was powered by a 6.6-liter Duramax turbo diesel V8 engine, producing 300 horsepower and an impressive 520 pound-feet of torque paired with an Allison 1000 5-speed automatic transmission, which was a significant upgrade over the 4-speed automatic found in earlier H1 models. The H1 Alpha was the last and most refined version of the Hummer H1, with only 729 units produced. It was equipped with central tire inflation system, which allowed drivers to inflate or deflate tires from within the vehicle. It also had a 16-inch ground clearance, 30-inch water fording capability, and an approach angle of 72 degrees. Unlike its more utilitarian predecessors, the H1 Alpha included a more refined and comfortable interior with leather seats, a monsoon sound system, and additional sound insulation, making it comfortable to ride both on and off-road. It appears in Need for Speed World, Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted 2012 Mobile.
That is big.
Oh, it's like a beach, you saw?
Yeah.
The 2004 Hummer H2 was initially equipped with a 6-liter V8 producing 316 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. In 2008, the engine was upgraded to a 6.2-liter V8, increasing power to 393 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. It featured a bold and rugged design inspired by the military Humvee, capable of towing up to 8,200 pounds. The H2 appears in Need for Speed Underground 2. The 2008 H2 SUT sport utility truck featured a unique design that combined the ruggedness of an SUV with the practicality of a pickup truck. It included a rear cargo bed with a foldable midgate, allowing for extended cargo space when needed. The SUT was powered by the same 6.2-liter V8 paired with a 6-speed automatic transmission. It appears in Need for Speed Nitro and the Need for Speed movie. The Jeep Comanche, also known as the MJ, was produced from 1985 to 92. It was based on the Jeep Cherokee XJ platform, offered with a variety of engines including a 2.5-liter AMC straight 4, a 2-liter GM V6, a 4-liter AMC straight 6, and a rare 2.1-liter Renault diesel. The Comanche featured a unibody construction with a separate cargo bed that was mounted to the unibody structure. It appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed 2, 3, and High Stakes. The Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo ZJ was introduced in 1992 and produced till 98. It was initially unveiled by driving through a plate glass window at the 1992 North American International Auto Show. The ZJ featured a unibody construction rather than a traditional body-on-frame design. It was offered with a 5.9-liter Magnum V8, which was one of the most powerful engines available in an SUV at the time, producing 245 horsepower and 345 pound-feet of torque. It appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes. The 2012 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8 WK2 featured a 6.4-liter Hemi V8 engine. One of the standout features of the SRT8 was its launch control system, which optimized the engine, transmission, and suspension settings for maximum acceleration from a standstill. This enabled the SRT8 to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.8 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed World, Most Wanted 2012, and Most Wanted Mobile. The Jeep Wrangler YJ, produced from 1986 to 95, is most recognizable for its square headlights, a design departure from the round headlights traditionally used on Jeeps. It came with a 2.5-liter AMC inline 4 or a 4.2-liter AMC inline 6. The YJ was the first model to bear the Wrangler name. It replaced the Jeep CJ series but retained many of its rugged characteristics and improved on safety features, including a factory-installed roll bar. The Wrangler appears in the Need for Speed as a traffic vehicle. The 1995 Kenworth T600 was revolutionary for its aerodynamic design. Its sloped hood, setback cab, and integrated bumper reduced drag by 40% compared to conventional trucks, and contributed to a 22% improvement in fuel economy, which was a significant selling point for fleet operators looking to reduce operating costs. It used lightweight materials, including aluminum components, which reduced the overall weight of the truck. This allowed for increased payload capacity and further enhanced fuel efficiency. The T600 appears in Need for Speed 2 as a traffic vehicle. The second generation Lincoln MKX, launched in 2016, positioned itself as a luxury mid-size crossover. The MKX introduced the Revel audio system, a high-end audio system with 13 or 19 speakers, and featured adaptive steering technology which adjusted the steering ratio based on vehicle speed. The MKX appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 2004 Lincoln Navigator is a full-size luxury SUV powered by 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 engine, producing 450 horsepower and 510 pound-feet of torque, paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. It offers impressive towing capacity up to 8,700 pounds. It has a 12-inch digital instrument cluster, Sync 3 infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a 20-speaker Revel Ultima audio system. The Navigator appears in Need for Speed Underground 2. The 1997 Lincoln Town Car Stretch Limousine became a symbol of luxury and sophistication in the 80s and 90s, maintaining its popularity until the discontinuation of the town car in 2011. It features an extended wheelbase ranging from 80 to 120 inches longer than the standard town car, built on the Panther platform, known for its durability and reliability. It appears in Need for Speed 2 as a traffic vehicle. The MCI Classic Bus was produced from 1986 to 1997 by Motor Coach Industries following the General Motors design lineage. It became a staple in North American public transit systems for over a decade. In the later years, MCI introduced a low-floor variant to improve accessibility. This design change was in response to increasing demands for ADA compliance and easier boarding for passengers with disabilities. It appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes. The Mercury Cougar XR7 GT, produced in 1967-68, featured a 6.4-liter V8 engine producing 320 horsepower and 427 pound-feet of torque. The XR7 is a luxurious trim level that included real walnut veneer on the dashboard, leather bucket seats, wood grain dashboard inserts, a roof-mounted console, and a vinyl roof cover. Its sequential rear turn signals added a touch of sophistication and are now a classic trademark of the model. It appears in Need for Speed Payback, Heat, and Unbound. The 1949 Mercury Coupe featured a significant redesign, moving away from pre-war styling to a more modern and sleek pontoon body style that influenced car design for the next decade. Its flathead V8 engine was easy to modify and became legendary in the hot rod community. The car gained fame through movies like Rebel Without a Cause and American Graffiti, cementing its status as an American cultural icon. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1969 Oldsmobile 442 is a classic muscle car. The name 442 originally stood for 4-barrel carburetor, 4-speed manual, and dual exhausts. It appears in Motor City Online. The W30 package was the highest performance option for the 442, introduced in 1966. It included upgrades such as a more powerful engine, better suspension, and functional ram air induction. It was equipped with the 455 cubic inch V8 engine, producing up to 370 horsepower. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1969 Hearst 442 was a collaboration between Oldsmobile and Hearst Performance, featuring a unique white and gold paint scheme, a Hearst dual-gauge shifter, and performance upgrades. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1970 Plymouth Cuda was built on Chrysler's E-body platform, which it shared with a Dodge Challenger. It featured an iconic shaker hood scoop, which was mounted directly to the engine and protruded through the hood. It appears in Need for Speed 3, High Stakes, and Motor City Online. The Plymouth AAR Cuda was inspired by the SCCA Trans Am Racing Series, where AAR, or All American Racers, fielded a Cuda in the competition. It featured a unique 340 cubic inch V8 engine with 3 2-barrel carburetors known as the 6-pack, producing 290 horsepower. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1970 Plymouth Barracuda 446 BBL featured a unique fiberglass hood with large scoops to provide extra airflow to the 440 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 390 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque, equipped with high-performance Goodyear Polyglass GT tires. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed Heat, and Unbound. The 1971 Plymouth Duster was designed as an affordable yet sporty option with a base price of around $2,700. It was built on Chrysler's A-body platform and was a commercial success with over 186,000 units produced, solidifying its place as one of Plymouth's best-selling models. The Duster appears in Motor City Online. The Duster 340 was equipped with a 340 cubic inch V8 engine, producing 275 horsepower and 340 pound-feet of torque. It achieved a quarter-mile time of approximately 14.7 seconds at 94 miles per hour. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1969 Plymouth GTX came with a standard 440 cubic inch V8 engine marketed as a gentleman's muscle car, combining luxury features such as bucket seats, a center console, and wood grain interior accents with high performance capabilities. The 69 GTX appears in Motor City Online. The 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda Gen 3 was powered by the legendary 426 Hemi V8 engine, producing 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. One of the most distinctive features of the Hemi Cuda was its shaker hood scoop mounted directly to the engine and protruded through the hood, providing both functional and visual impact. It appears in Need for Speed 3, Motor City Online, Carbon, Pro Street, Undercover, World, Payback, and Edge. The Plymouth Roadrunner was introduced in 1968 as a budget-friendly muscle car, able to complete a quarter mile in 14 seconds and sell for less than $3,000. The Roadrunner's name and iconic beep beep horn were inspired by the popular Warner Bros. Cartoon character. It was a commercial success with over 81,000 units sold in its first year of production, solidifying its place as one of Plymouth's most popular muscle cars. It appears in Motor City Online, Need for Speed Carbon, Pro Street, and World. The 1971 Roadrunner Gen 2 featured a new design with a more rounded body shape, a distinctive loop front bumper, and optional air grabber hood scoop. It appears in Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit as a traffic vehicle. Due to new federal regulations, the 1973 Pontiac Firebird included new safety features such as front and rear 5 mph bumpers and a rear stabilizer bar. Due to emission regulations, horsepower ratings were also reduced. The Pontiac Firebird appears in Motor City Online. The 1973 Firebird formula featured dual hood scoops that directed cool air into the engine for improved performance. Buyers could choose from the 400 cubic inch V8 producing 230 horsepower and the 455 cubic inch V8 producing 250 horsepower. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1978 Pontiac Firebird formula was known for its powerful 350 cubic inch V8 engine producing 175 horsepower equipped with a radial tuned suspension package. It became an icon of American muscle cars and was featured in various movies and TV shows, solidifying its place in automotive history and popular culture. It appears in Need for Speed World, The Run, and Edge. The 1973 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am was equipped with the Super Duty 455 engine, producing 310 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque, featuring a distinctive shaker hood scoop which moved with the engine's torque and provided a visual indication of the car's power. It introduced the Screaming Chicken hood decal, which became an iconic symbol of the model. It appears in Motor City Online. The 1977 Special Edition Trans Am featured a striking black and gold color scheme with the iconic Screaming Chicken hood decal. This model gained immense popularity due to its starring role in the movie Smokey and the Bandit, driven by Burt Reynolds. Its engine was the 400 cubic inch V8 producing 200 horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, No Limits, Payback, Edge, Heat, Unbound, and Need for Speed Movie. To celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Trans Am, Pontiac released a special edition Trans Am with unique silver and charcoal paint, mirrored T-tops, and special badging. The popularity of the 79 Trans Am was boosted by its appearance in the movie Smokey and the Bandit 2. Despite the oil crisis, the 79 Trans Am was a commercial success, with over 116,000 units sold, making it one of the best-selling Trans Am models. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon, Own the City, and Undercover. The 1998 Trans Am was equipped with a 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine, producing 305 horsepower. This engine was borrowed from the Chevrolet Corvette. The WS6 package offered upgraded suspension components, stiffer springs and shocks, larger sway bars, and a lower ride height. It appears in Need for Speed High Stakes. The 1965 Pontiac GTO is often credited as one of the first true muscle cars combining a powerful engine with a mid-sized body. It offered a 389 cubic inch V8 with a tri-power option featuring 3 two-barrel carburetors producing 360 horsepower. It appears in Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, World, and Edge. The 1966 GTO saw sales surpass 96,000 units, solidifying its status as a popular and iconic muscle car. It featured a redesigned front end with stacked headlights and a split grille, giving it a more aggressive and distinctive look. The GTO appears in Motor City Online and Need for Speed the movie. The 1969 GTO introduced the Judge package, inspired by a comedy routine from Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. The 69 GTO appears in Motor City Online. The 1969 GTO Judge was a special performance package that included a Ram Air 3 400 cubic inch V8 engine producing 366 horsepower and came with a Hurst T-handle shifter. The Judge was known for its bright and bold color options. The 69 GTO Judge appears in Motor City Online. After a 30-year hiatus, Pontiac revived the GTO nameplate in 2004. This new GTO was based on the Holden Monaro from Australia and featured a modern, refined design. It came with a 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine, producing 350 horsepower, offering an independent rear suspension. It appears in Need for Speed Underground 2 and Underground Rivals. The 2005 GTO received a significant power upgrade with the introduction of the 6-liter LS2 V8 engine, producing 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, going 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.6 seconds. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted, Carbon, Carbon on the City, Pro Street, and Edge. The Pontiac Le Mans was introduced as a trim package for the Tempest. It served as the basis for the first GTO. The name Le Mans was inspired by the famous 24 Hours of Le Mans in France. It had a long production run lasting from 61 to 81. It appears in the Need for Speed as a traffic vehicle. The 2005 Pontiac Solstice was powered by a 2.4-liter Ecotec inline-4 engine producing 177 horsepower. It utilized the GM Kappa platform, which was also shared by the Saturn Sky and the Opel GT. Production ended in 2009 due to the discontinuation of the Pontiac brand. It appears in Need for Speed Carbon on the City and Undercover. The 2006 Pontiac Solstice GXP featured a turbocharged 2-liter Ecotec engine producing 260 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. It included a performance-tuned suspension, larger brakes, and a limited slip differential. It appears in Need for Speed Pro Street, Undercover, World, and Edge. The 1984 Pontiac Sunbird was introduced as an economical and compact car featuring a turbocharged 1.8-liter engine. It gained pop culture recognition through its appearances in movies and TV shows. It appears in the Need for Speed as a traffic car. Prevost introduced the H345 in 1989. It is known for its high floor design, standing at an impressive 12 feet 5 inches tall, having 45 foot of length. It appears as a traffic vehicle in Need for Speed 3 and High Stakes. The 2004 Saleen S7 was developed by Steve Saleen and featured a mid-engine layout with a lightweight aluminum and carbon fiber body powered by a 7-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine producing 550 horsepower. In 2005, the S7 twin-turbo was introduced, boosting the power to 750 horsepower and 700 pound-feet of torque. Its design was inspired by Le Mans race cars, and it competed in the 24 Hours of Le Mans and the American Le Mans series. The S7 appears in the Need for Speed movie. The 2013 Tesla Model S 85D is equipped with an 85 kWh battery pack, providing an impressive EPA-rated range of 270 miles on a single charge. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 4.2 seconds, thanks to the combined power output of 417 horsepower from its dual motors. The 85D introduced Tesla's autopilot hardware suite, which included features like adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automated emergency braking, and the ability to receive over-the-air software updates, which could continually improve its features without needing to visit a service center. In 2013, Tesla won various awards including World Green Car of the Year, Car of the Century, and Car of the Year. The Model S appears in Need for Speed Edge. The 2006 Tesla Roadster was Tesla's first production vehicle. It was based on a Lotus Elise chassis powered by a 53 kWh lithium-ion battery pack, which provided a range of about 244 miles per charge. It went 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 4 seconds thanks to its electric motor producing 288 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. This was a groundbreaking achievement for electric vehicle. The Tesla Roadster played a crucial role in changing public perception of electric vehicles. It demonstrated that EVs could be fast, fun, and desirable, paving the way for the success of subsequent Tesla models and a broader EV market. The Roadster appears in Need for Speed Nitro. The 2012 Roadster 2.5 Sport was an upgraded version of the original Roadster. It featured a more powerful electric motor, producing 288 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. It appears in Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012, Most Wanted Mobile, and Edge.
that insane?
It's insane.